Welcome to Her Cancer, Our Story, a raw and honest podcast about facing stage 4 metastatic breast cancer as a couple.
All right, welcome to this week's episode. I'm Mike, and that's all you're getting tonight. I'm just gonna try this to do a solo recording, and we'll see. Maybe we won't use this. I don't know, but it's a Thursday, the night we normally record, but we have a lot going on this week, like we had a lot of weeks before, but I think there's just like some small complications with some of the medicine Kayla's taken. It's really weighing down on us quite a bit. And I'll let Kayla talk about that when we record an episode together. But yeah, it's just been a lot. I don't think it's anything too big yet, but it's just another reminder of this crap and that it's always going to be here. And it's got me down pretty bad for sure. I don't know. So tonight I figured I'd record one because I think it might be interesting to get the caregiver side of things without Kayla around. And also I just need to get some stuff out. So this might turn into just me venting or unloading, and it's never seen by anyone, but I'm here. I can't sleep, so might as well do it. But yeah, it's just I'm not doing well. I haven't been doing well throughout all of this. And I don't think I've been shy about those feelings. Like I've said that many times. I have good days, I guess, or good times of days, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know how to be good. I don't know. I don't know what's good right now. And there's times where Kayla, I know she would really like me to get on some type of like antidepressant, or I don't know why I dragged that syllable out, antidepressant or something, to help. And I'm not against that. I'm not too manly to think that I don't need that. I'm willing to accept that. But the one thing that I'm having trouble with is I don't understand how it's going to help me, because it's not like I'm just like sad and I don't know why, or something along those lines. Like I am upset because I think about my wife dying. That's it. Like how would a antidepressant fix that? Is it like not going to make me think about that? Because I think about it way too much, more than anybody should. And it's every time something is a little bit difficult, or just anytime we think about cancer, it's, my wife has a terminal illness that will never change, at least, for the foreseeable future. Maybe with more progress and treatments and everything, maybe there's a time for that. But as of right now, my wife has a terminal illness, and she always will. And she better have it for a very, very, very long time, because I need her around. But the heaviness that, like, knowing she has a terminal illness, it's freaking hard. I don't like, how is an antidepressant or anything going to help that? Is it just going to make me feel okay that I'm having those thoughts, that I'm constantly worried about that? I don't know. I really don't. And if you have answers, let me know. Shoot me an email at hercancerourstory@gmail.com. I I don't know. And like I said, I'm not against it. I'm open to trying something like that, but I don't know. Right as of right now, I'm just living in this like constant fear, and that's the hard part. And it's deep down, I don't even know I know what the fear is. It's not what it's going to be like for me if things go really bad. ultimately it's our boys. Like, I don't know how they're supposed to deal with that because I don't know how I will. I don't know how I can. And like they would be so much better off if it was me. And Kayla was there. Like, she, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just so worried about them and already worried like how I'm going to fail them throughout all of this. And we're not even close to that point. We're not even like, that's not where we're at right now. Like, the while the medicine is like there may be some side effects that she's dealing with and they're trying to figure out, like, it's working as far as we can tell. Like, she'll have her next scan really soon, but like things are nowhere near the scariest part, but I live there and I'm so worried of like how to navigate that and protect my boys and to be there for them when it, if that happens. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm not the emotional type. I'm not the type that can, I don't know. It's not something I'm good at. And Kayla is. I don't know. I don't like that feeling. And just the fear of what they'll become, what our boys will become if like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's like to grieve your mother and like, how will that change them? Like, I mean, like a very real fear of mine is they become drug addicts and just like don't handle things very well and turn down terrible roads. And then I'm living with the fact that I'm a shitty father who can't be there for his two sons in crisis. Like, that's so messed up to think about, but it happens in life. And sometimes I try to tell myself like, well, those are just crappy dads to begin with, or crappy parents, whatever. But I don't know. It's like the heaviness of something like that happening. Who knows? Who knows what it turns people into? And I know, like, someone heard me say that and they're like, Mike, how are you all like going down that road already? And I don't know. I don't want to. It's not a road that I want to be on, but it's like I just want to always be there for them and I want to protect them. I'm just worried that I am not capable. And hopefully I'll never have to know that. But unfortunately, we just have that scenario staring us in the face a lot. And it's not here in the immediate future, but we do have to live with it. And I don't like that. But I just like don't know. Like, I can't do anything about what's happening right now. I can't help Kayla as far as fixing this, and I like fixing things. That's how I feel useful. And I don't know. Like, I'm like, even tonight she's upset about what's happening, and it breaks my heart because she's so damn strong. And when I see her struggling, I know how bad it is. Like, I know like how hard it's hitting her because while she is very emotional and, sensitive, she's also very freaking tough. And throughout all of this, she's done such an amazing job of being upbeat and having a positive attitude and everything. And to see her the way she was tonight, just really upset. And I don't know. At one point I asked her a question about it, and like, I was obviously upset, and her response was like, I don't need this from you right now. I need you to just deal with it. And I get it. Like, she's not wrong, but it's scary. It's scary when the strong one is having a hard time. I don't know. Like, the hardest part about all of this is whoever's listening to this is the people that I have to talk to about this. Like, I don't have anyone to actually sit down and talk to about this. And no one that I know personally is going through something like this. And it's hard to talk to people who really don't have that understanding, because they're all very well meaning and they want to help, but they just say the dumbest things. And nothing against them. I have been in those shoes, and I know I've said things that I think about now and I'm cringing. But it just makes things worse a lot of times. And I hate even saying that, because then it sounds like, oh, then just like don't be there for your friends. But that's not at all what I'm trying to say. It's just I don't know what I need, and I don't know where to go to get it. And maybe this is it. Maybe I just need to get it out and get in my feels and turn into a cry guy for a little while. But something's missing. It's definite. I don't know. It's like I said, it's late. I can't sleep, and that's definitely been a trend. I could use some sleep, and I just don't anymore. And a lot of it is being in your thoughts. And I've heard somebody say something once, and it was like, we all say things like we're overthinkers, and that's why we can't sleep, or that's why we do whatever. And it's not so much that we're overthinking, because are you thinking about good things in those situations, or great things? So I'm going to cough now. I was trying to fight that, but I couldn't. But it's rare that you're laying in bed excited thinking about something good and you can't sleep. It's you're thinking about bad things. So it's not that you're overthinking, it's just you're thinking about negative things. And I get that. That actually hit me pretty hard, but what else is there to think about? Especially in times like this. Like, I've always been on the pessimistic side of things, and this has only exacerbated that like tenfold. I know cancer doesn't care. Cancer can happen to anyone. And now that we're like in this, I see so many stories of people who were way younger than Kayla who are stage 4, and just bad things happen all the time. But seeing my wife go through this, seeing the mother of my children go through this, it's like, it's very easy for me to think like, what good is there in life? Like, what I don't know what people have to look forward to. I don't know how people can think that there's good in this world. I guess like good things happen to people, but in general, this world is just like awful, and something bad is always waiting to happen. And I'm not saying that to like just be to like get people down, but that's where I'm at a lot of times. And I don't like it. I don't think I choose to be there, but it's just, I don't know. Like, bad things just happen too often. And I get it. Like, a lot of times I'm being over dramatic about that. And, I think like the whole like mountain of a molehill thing is definitely an area that I live. I just love mountains so much. But yeah, I don't know, but like this is, the Himalayas of mountains, and you can't deny that. I just, it is starting to get to me though, the not sleeping thing. And it's not that I have insomnia. Like, I eventually will get tired enough that I fall asleep. I just, this time of night, like once everyone goes to bed, it's quiet, and I'm just in my thoughts a lot. And sometimes I want this calm. I've always been someone who needs their time, especially now with 2 young kids, and it is nonstop noise. And I love it at times, but also my brain needs a break. And usually it comes at 11 o'clock at night. And I don't know. It's just, I guess it's my time, but I wish I was doing something better with my time than just worrying. Like, I definitely am the worrier. I was worried about bad things happening before we got to this point. I lived there. But, it's interesting. Like, I spend all this time worrying, but when something like bad, like scary happened at one point, like there was a time where, I don't know, like probably 10 years ago now, we were on a flight with some friends to go to Cancun, Mexico, and we were landing in Philly for a layover. And we came down, and the plane like was almost touched down, but then it took off. Like it sped up again and aborted the landing. And everyone was kind of like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And that just happened to me like a few weeks before for a work trip. And I was like, "Oh, they just aborted. There's probably a crosswind or something." Then we're circling and circling, and eventually the pilot comes on, and he's like, "Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We might not have brakes." And I guess there was like a light sensor that came on that said there could be a failure. He's like, it could be a fuse with the lights itself, but we might not have brakes. So we're going to burn off some fuel. They close down the runways. We'll have emergency crews there, and the flight attendants will get you ready for an emergency landing. And yeah, it was scary. But I also, in the back of my head, I was like, well, this is not as bad as like most things that are going through my head most of the times. Like a plane crash, like that's scary, but that's not horrible things happening. I don't know. Like I guess it's gonna be quick. And at one point I made a joke as we were like sort of getting ready, and like the flight attendants, they're chanting basically. They're like, I can't remember, like head down, something like this. I don't know. It was a weird thing. You'd like sit with your head on your hands on the back of the thing. And I looked up and made a joke. I was like, oh, maybe we'll get to use the slide this time. And Kayla looked over at me. She's like, you shut up right now. That's not funny. And I don't know. I was actually pretty calm in that situation, but I could be brushing my teeth and a little bit of the toothpaste like dribbles down my mouth, and it's like my day's over. Like my heart rate raises, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing. I'm so sick of today. Like it's just little stuff like that, or trying to like roll up an extension cord or something, and it's all twisted and it won't roll up right. Like I can feel the tension in my body like accumulate over something like that. And I get it, like it's not an emergency, but that's just where I live. It's probably why I have high blood pressure, and I'm taking medicine for that. I don't know. I always thought it was just because I was Italian. Um, but yeah, I don't know how someone can go through this and think there's good. And I'm amazed when I see the stuff on Instagram. Like Kayla runs our Instagram for the podcast account, but I have access to it. And I scroll through and just to kind of keep up to date on things. And there's so many amazing people out there who are going through such difficult times. Like things aren't working as far as medicine and treatment, and treatment's kicking their butt. And they post these such inspirational and like hopeful posts. And I'm in awe of that because I don't know. And maybe like being the person who's going through that, you have to find a way to live in that positive because the alternative is so much worse. But like watching that happen to the person you love most in life, it's a pain that I never thought about. I never thought that I could feel that type of pain. And I'm so scared of what that pain can feel like as things get worse, if they get worse, and ultimately if it's the absolute worst that it can get. Like I don't really like I live in the dark a lot, but I don't know pain too much. I've been lucky enough in life, and I know I just got done saying about how I don't believe in good, but I like I can honestly say like I don't know grief and pain like I'm sure other people have. Like one of the hardest things I've gone through was my dog passing away, 7 years ago. And gosh, if something else did happen and I can't remember or think of it right now, I apologize to whoever, yeah. But like, I just don't know if I'm capable of handling that much pain. And even just thinking about it, like I don't know. Like we've talked about this before where like caregivers have a the different heaviness during all of this, and it's hard to talk about because it feels kind of insensitive to be like the one saying this is really hard, I'm struggling, I'm so scared, when you're next to a person who is living it and like dealing with it personally. But I don't, it's just so hard to see that person and know they're afraid and know that they're thinking the things that I'm thinking. They're thinking of what is life like without them. What, like, I know Kayla's worried about what's going to happen to me, how I'm going to do stuff, as far as being a parent and everything. And at one point, she, early on, she, said something along the lines of like, I just feel so bad because I feel like if I die, like I took the easy way out, like that's easy on me, on her, and like I have to live with all of it afterwards. And that was such a gut punch to me because it sucked to hear her that like to know that she was feeling that way. And yeah, it's true. Like, yeah, it's like they're, like I get it. Like she's allowed to feel that way and worry about that. But I just to know the person that you chose to love forever has to deal with that. And I don't know what to do. I just like I don't know. And I hate that because I want to help. I want to be there. And I've already said I want to fix this, but we know I can't. But like it's just why does it have to happen? Like for Kayla to have to go through something like this, the most amazing mother in the world, just a person who cares so much about everybody, like too many people, and like this is the shit she has to deal with. Like she has to worry about potentially the life after her for me and for our boys. Like and I guess what I'm getting at is like kind of like turn this around like in a selfish way, like knowing she's feeling that, like it hurts so much and I don't know how to take that pain away for her. And I just like everything should seem easy past that. Like all the other stupid crap in life shouldn't matter. But for me it's everything's exacerbated by it. Like I don't know. I just I don't know. Now I'm starting to ramble, but I am very scared and I don't like being this scared. I'm I don't know. Like going back to the Instagram stuff, like you see the stories out there of all the people who are struggling and sometimes some of their stories just hit home more than others. It's like, oh, that seems like a little bit of what we're going through. And or you see people who, 2 years ago were going through it and they seemed fine and then now they are really, really struggling. And I don't know, like there's times where, not that long ago, I thought like this is almost too good to be true. Like everything seems to be going really well, and I think I have a good feeling the scan coming up is going to be very favorable. It's amazing that but it seems like it can all turn so quickly, and it's just so freaking unfair. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I don't know who I don't know who this message is for. I don't know who wants to listen to this episode. I don't know if anyone will. Honestly, I don't know where if it'll ever get posted. But if you're hearing this and you get what I'm saying, or someone who gets what I'm saying, I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry, you know that. I wish no one had to. I sure wish I didn't, but I don't know. I wish I could say things or get better, but I don't know. I'm scared. I think that's where I'm going to leave it at today. So, um, yeah, thanks for listening, and I don't know. Thank you. Bye.